Got out of work. Just slam this pre-workout meal in the car, and we're gonna drive to the gym. A little back training. Got half-pound ground turkey, about a cup of white rice, cooked white rice. I would slam this and then get on our way to the gym. My split's kind of a hybrid. It's not really like a standard bro split is what it's called by like social media and all that. That's what just the name, that's not my name for it. Is where you train just one muscle group a day. So you train every muscle group once a week. So it'll be like chest, shoulders, arms, back, legs. Mine's kind of a hybrid. It's not push-pull legs, it's not bro split, because I do like chest, shoulders together. So I train every muscle group twice within the span of like 8 or 9 days. So it's chest, shoulders, back, arms, legs. Repeat. Rest when needed, probably once a week. So I've been on this split, and I crafted up. My buddy and I have been on it a long time. My girlfriend and I have been on it a long time. I've been on this split for like a long time. I wouldn't recommend it to a beginner, just because you're not gonna. There's a lot of discrepancies with it, because it's like, oh, it's like super low volume, but I do high volume for the muscle group, so just so I can just max out the training I can for each muscle group. If I'm doing chest, shoulders, tricep in one session, I don't think I'm gonna be able to train my chest, my shoulders, and my tricep as effectively as if I was gonna do chest, shoulders one day and triceps, biceps on another day. I feel like I can spend more time on the muscle group, more exercises, more energy, more intensity. That's just my personal opinion. But it was funny, I was in Spanish class today, and I was sitting next to this kid. I don't know, we had to like say like adjectives about ourselves in Spanish, and I was like, oh, like bodybuilding. And he's like, oh, you like bodybuild? And he's like, I was like, yeah. He's like, what's like your program? He started asking me, he's from like Belgium, he like barely speaks English. He's like, what's your like program? And I told him about my program, like what I do, and then he told me his. I asked what his was, and he's like a skinny kid, just like kind of like why I was. And he told me, guess what told me he was doing? He said he was doing full body split, so upper and lower, 5 days a week, 5 days in a row. I looked straight up, I was like, is your goal to put on muscle? Like hypertrophy training, like to grow muscle? And he's like, yeah. I was like, well, your muscles need time to recover. You can't train every muscle 5 days in a row. He's like, yeah. He's like, I was just training for like basketball, and like he's like, he wanted to put on muscle. So like we were doing like this review quiz, but like during it, I just like wrote him out a routine. He didn't ask me, I just wrote him out one. I was like, do you mind? He's like, no, go for it. And he was like taking pictures of him. I just put him on. I feel like this was like the best beginner program I could have come up with for someone who wants to put on muscle. I put him on a push-pull leg split. So push is the push muscle, so chest, shoulders, triceps. Pull, back, biceps, legs. And you could either do 3 on, I told him, because I originally had him 6 days on, 1 day off. He's like, 6 days a week, wow. So I was like, you can take as many rests as you want. You can do 3 on, 1 off, 3 on, 1 off, or 6 on, 1 off. Whatever you want to do. And then I wrote him out all the exercises for him. Like everything you do, I was like, hey, just here's some exercises you can do. He's taking pictures, and I just love doing that so much. Just creating like, just getting people excited about training and like putting them on the right path. I just think that's like, because I know about beginning, making progress in the beginning. I'm still a learner. I'm still learning, but I feel like I can help people start. I love doing that. But it was literally like 10 minutes at the end of class, I just helped him do that. Because I was there, I was skinny. I was a skinny kid. I was 120 pounds. Sophomore year, I was a cross-country runner. 120 pounds at like 6 foot. I graduated high school like 6'1", 205, like a bulky 205. And now I'm about like 200, but I'm like a lean 200. So last winter I bulked up to like 220. Sometimes you got to go that far. You got to put on that weight, a little bit of fat too, but muscle. You got in the growth period, big calorie surplus, and then cut back down. People don't realize how little nutrients they're getting in, how little protein they're getting in. To put on muscle and grow, you need to at least be getting in minimum a pound of protein, a gram of protein, a gram of protein per pound of body weight. So if you weigh 175 pounds, you want to at least be getting in 175 grams of protein. But that's the minimum. Like, I try to do 1.3 grams of protein per pound of body weight. But people, like, I can't gain weight, I can't gain muscle, and I'll be skinny, and they'll come to me, I'll ask them, like, what are you eating? They're like, oh, I'll have like 3 eggs with breakfast, and then I'll have like turkey sandwich, and like some spaghetti. I'm like, 2 eggs is like 12 grams of protein. Turkey sandwich is probably like 20 grams of protein. Spaghetti, maybe like you're getting a 1/3 pound of beef, so you're like 20 grams of protein. That's like 80 grams of protein maybe. You have a protein shake. That's 100. You're a 180 pound male. You're only eating 100 grams of protein. You have to eat. And it gets complicated. It gets expensive. I'm out here at college living on my own, and I've just cut down to the basics. Like, I just do a 1/2 pound of meat with a cup of rice. And then my first meal, I'll do like eggs and a carb and a protein shake. And then I'll do 1/2 pound of meat with rice, 1/2 pound of meat with protein pasta, 1/2 pound of meat with rice, and then like a mass bulk shake. So 2 protein shakes a day, one's like a meal shake, and then four whole meals a day. And that's like, and I'm like 200 pounds, so that's like 210 grams of protein, 215 grams of protein. And you have to do that consistently. Enough of that rant. That was just my little diet rant. Because working at GNC, I get all these kids who are like coming to me and they're like, I can't. And it's on the opposite side too. They're like, I can't lose the weight. You do realize how much you're eating. If you tracked all your food, do you realize how much you're putting in your body? Because your calorie maintenance, I tell people always to look up online like a calorie calculator. Find their maintenance. Your maintenance calories is what you could eat. And if you didn't lose it, if you didn't burn any calories, that's what you would eat, and you would stay the same weight. So you have to be below that and burning calories to lose weight. There's a lot of calories and a lot of junk nowadays. Food is, you have to really try hard to eat clean. But if you're disciplined enough and you really want it, then you'll do it. So I don't even really remember what drove me to develop my physique and train. I think I was just tired of being skinny. I was a little insecure, but not like very much, because I was a runner, so like being skinny was like good. But I always remember like seeing kids, like other dudes who were faster than me, and they weren't as skinny. So I was like, what? I remember thinking like, what is wrong with me? I know nothing's wrong with me. I was made in the image of God, but I feel like there's that part of me who was like, this isn't my full potential. Like, I just wanted to be better. I just wanted to be better. Like, I can't imagine just living a certain way on both ends of the spectrum, being really like overweight or really, really skinny. Like, I would have blew away in the breeze, dude. If you've seen pictures of me, it was bad. But I just can't imagine being somewhere and wanting a change and not doing anything about it. Like, just being complacent. Like, you only live once. You only get one life on this earth before your eternal life with God. You only get one life here. Why not try to just better yourself and maximize your abilities? So I remember me and my buddy just started training. We were on both ends of the spectrum. I was really skinny, he was really overweight, and we just fell in love with the training. I remember I just wanted to keep going. I just wanted to be put on as much muscle as I could, be as strong as I could, put on as much mass as I could.
She lives with a
Wow.
broken
You have to train hard.